owner of Marikuma Healing. Alright, so today we are on our Pisces 2026 year reading. Before we get started, I like to introduce what my business Marikuma Healing does. So let's get with the TED Talks, alright? I am going to have by 2027, we're going to have our pensational talk where we talk about queer topics and sexuality and individualism and how to express ourselves and kind of how to navigate those waters, right? 2027, 2028, that's when I'll have that TED talk. But in the meantime, we have Dark Minds and Butterflies and Barar. So, Dark Minds and Butterflies, what's up with that one, right? It's a TED talk for any and all things life's good, bad, and ugly, theories, conspiracies, thoughts, and more, right? And it was supposed to be where I can like have people who follow me come onto my YouTube or come onto my live and we have like, these big discussions and kind of just because we may have a discussion doesn't mean that I don't want people with other viewpoints and different ideas about a topic or subject, right? I want to be able for all of us, no matter how we see the world and life, to just see and be able to talk about it and have different viewpoints and stuff and really jazz. Because I think you can learn a lot off of other people, you know what I mean? So, that being said, Dark Minds and Butterflies is for any and all things. I have a few episodes out, I believe. I have up to like episode 6 for it. Varar, which is Benton Rhythm, and Rhyme. We have about 4 or 5 episodes of that one. And it is just talking about our emotions, expressing our feelings, and kind of just being able to put knowledge in certain feelings and emotions that may be hard to express, right? Fenton Rhythm, and Rhyme is again Varar, which is another TED Talk I have. And coming this year, right, for 2026, we are going to be doing a lot of that. Like, I'm going to be hopefully, I have a few people I want to kind of be able to like see if I can have some collaborations with. So if they say yes, you guys are in for a motherfucking treat. Because the people I'm thinking about are the most sweetest and the most kind. So having them on the live and just kind of having all of us join together, most likely this will be big for TikTok. My YouTube is okay, but it's not as big as the ones I'm collaborating with. So yeah, it's gonna be a fucking interesting year. Anyways, just some things for you guys to look up to, right? Other than the TED Talks that I have available, and we do witchy reads. We have up to chapter 4 of our Everyday Psychic by the lovely Karen Harrison, which we will proceed after we get all these 2026 year readings out. Most likely, we'll get back onto my TED Talks and things by February because I also have to do Facebook and TikToks for these things, and I have to do the Spanish readings. So, y'all already know it's about to be real lit. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun on the bun. I cannot wait. Anywho, what my business does is witchcraft, healing, and expressing and loving ourselves, right? So let's get into the witchcraft part. What does that mean? Are we going to learn how to fly on broomsticks? Are we going to learn how to like talk to animals and do like bomb potions or fireballs like wizards? No, not yet. We are going to be learning about healing. We're going to learn about grounding, meditation, chakras, auras, how to do your psychic abilities, how to listen to your intuition, protection magic, money magic, self love magic. We are not about to be putting potions and spells on other people to fall in love with us. We are going to learn how to attract that love that we deserve for ourselves and also have it for ourselves. Again, we are finally going to be doing some of that type of magic 2026, okay? I have avoided it. We are going to learn about defensiveness and how to kind of like send back to sender and how to cleanse ourselves spiritually and bunch of other stuff too, right? And again, with witchy reads, a lot of the books that I have are witchcraft related. So we're going to be learning different styles of witchcraft and how to kind of like incorporate in our everyday life if that's something that you're interested in. Again, guys, witchcraft is not a religion. We do not have the holy trinity of witchcraftery. all right, under one gods or goddesses or divine entities. Now, there are beliefs for gods and goddesses and divine entities and spirits of the high, and however you like to, like, slice it and dice it or whatever. There's there's beliefs and groups and churches for that. But witchcraft as a total, like the whole, right, is not a religion. It's a belief. It's not a belief, okay? It's a practice and it's a belief, but it's individual. Each person does their craft differently, okay? How I do my craft is different from other people, and same vice versa. And it's beautiful. If everybody was the same, doing the same thing, it would be kind of sad. You know what I mean? I admire the individuality of it and I admire the healing factors of it. I've healed with witchcraft more than I've healed with other things. It's really brought me peace. So hopefully, when I teach you guys some of it, it'll help you find peace and clarity too. All right, other than the witchcraft relations of it, we learn about mental, emotional, and physical disabilities. We learn about how to handle it, where to get our help, how Social Security disability works, where to get emotional support animals and guide dogs, right? How to work with being visually impaired as well as other types of disabilities. We learn about expressing ourselves in an emotionally healthy way. We learn about how to think before we act and be mature and grounded. We learn about listening to our bodies and that when we're resting or taking a break, we are not lazy or insignificant, that it is okay to work hard as well as to rest and play hard, right? To connect with people who are healthy for us to be around and not deal with fake ass bitches. Loving yourself and loving others and accepting the love that you deserve is what my business is all about. There is no room for bigotry. If you are a bigot, if you believe that people are supposed to believe a certain way or do a certain thing, this business and this channel may not be for you, bro. This is a judge free zone where we build each other up and love one another and give each other support. Okay? Bigotry and hatefulness and stupidity is just not welcomed. Peace, love, and deuces. If you are a hater, it's not going to work out. All right? Now, for part one, we talked about the theme of 2025 and why this year has been the way that it is for Pisces, whether you are born under this sign, whether you have a Pisces spirit, all right, or you just have it in your birth chart and you're like, you know what, bro? Let me just look around because sometimes, like, here's the thing, okay? Because, like, I have a Leo moon, right? And sometimes the Leo readings really resonate with me, and I'm a fucking Virgo. So, it's okay to kind of like look around and see which one may resonate with you a little bit more. Have fun with it, right? But yeah, so we talked about 2025, we talked about your career for 26, all the way through your spiritual outlook. Look in part one, guys. Make sure you actually watch the whole thing so you know what this coming year is going to be for you. All right. I'm starting to think that like next time I do year readings, we're just gonna have like part one through part seven. I kind of thought if I broke it up into two pieces, like half the reading in part one and then half the reading in part two, it'd be easy for you guys. But I don't think y'all watch the whole thing. Y'all really should. It will give you a lot of clarity and help with your finance and your love life and what to look for in family and friends and spiritual outlook and things of that nature. Like, watch the whole parts. You watching bits and pieces may not help you in the long run, baby. I'm just saying. I get that it's long. You don't have to watch it in one go, but like, also follow and subscribe. Yeah, we're about to get into part two. I'm going to stop yapping in a minute. Be patient. Contain yourselves, please. Respectfully, I ask that. I'm not trying to be like a smart ass. I mean, of course, I joke and I do a lot of sarcastic smart ass remarks, but I don't really mean meanness by it. Anywho, if you guys want to follow and subscribe, please do. You can go to your subscribe button and subscribe to all the things, like if I have new things on the way, and just kind of mute the notifications so you can still be up to getting all the videos that I'm having, right? Without constantly being beat every time I post something. Because I think half of the reason why I have people follow me but not subscribe is because y'all don't want to be having that constant reminder that, oh, Marikuma Healing has posted a video. Oh, Marikuma Healing has posted a live. Oh, Marikuma Healing has done a shorts. I get it. I'd be kind of annoyed too. But you don't have to listen to the thing. You can just mute it and still have it. You know what I mean? Anywho, without further ado, let's get this party started, shall we? So, hi there, Pisces babies. We're about to do your second half of your year reading. So, the first 3 months of 2026 is all about teamwork. Hmm. What are we going to do with that teamwork? All right, why? Ooh, attention to detail, focus, and practice. All right, time, energy, and effort. Oh, God. Miscommunication and misunderstanding. Make sure that you can communicate and make sure that you're with people that understand you. Don't be going over there with people who don't try. They're not making forth an effort and all that. Man, you know, I got time for that jazz, bro. Ooh. The outcome, however, is all about planning and preparing. So let's get into it. Y'all better not be in my motherfucking tea. Stupid ass bitches. I swear to the gods and goddesses, man. It's annoying. Okay. Very few of them can get in. All right. Anyways, I'm having my go-go juice. And when I say go-go juice, I really mean coffee. You know? Anywho, reason why we're having teamwork for January, February, March, all about attention to detail, focus, and practice. Again, time, energy, and effort. I'm going to use my energy wisely. I'm going to put my effort where I can get things done. All right? Energy, time, and effort. So if I'm out here using those three and I'm pushing things that are not going anywhere, I'm trying to make something work that is not working, and I've tried every which way and it's not going together, and I'm trying to ask people for help, but the people I'm asking for don't understand me, don't really want to try, right? They just want to be assholes and all that jazz. Then we gonna have to change time. You know what I mean? So make sure again you put your energy, time, and effort with people who can communicate, people who understand you. I'm going to put an effort to understand what you're saying. I may not understand everything that you guys tell me. So it requires patience, okay? Patience with yourself to get it done, patience with other people to help you out. All right? It takes wisdom. You got to have a calm mind and a calm heart. Through experiences that teach you what works, what doesn't work, and how to be creative with it, right? Because a lot of times for part one, it popped up with creativity and charisma. Like you're going to have charisma and creativity for days, all right? You're going to have to tap into your charm, your personality, your looks, your love, your kindness, whatever draws people to you that's not materialistic bullshit. That baby, that there is your charisma. That's your charm. Being able to look at a problem, see multiple solutions, and see a solution that can solve many problems, that there is creativity. All right? And will help you a lot. Now, while I'm working with people that will communicate with me and understand me, whether they do it naturally or they're putting the effort and energy for it, that is going to make the team work, okay? Planning and preparing. I'm not going to jump into anything without getting ready, okay? I need team A to be over here. I need group B to be over there. And now, if you guys can do those things, I will work here, here, and here, okay? That is teamwork. You don't have to be a boss bitch, king, queen, and royal in between. You can still be an independent person and slay the day, but you also need a good team. You need the A team, okay? A lot of people just ask random people to help, and not all those people are meant to work hard. They're not. The A team is a team that's gonna be like, all right, let's go, bro. A-okay. All right, I got you. What we gotta do? Can you run this? Can you run this with me, right? So when I say run it with you, I mean like you can work with me while we're working together. Okay? Understand different people can help you in different ways. Also, there's different styles of learning. Me personally, I'm a kinetic and visual. Okay? So if you're gonna teach me something, you need to do it with me. You need to be like a mix. This is how you fish, right? This is what this does. You reel it back. Now, when you're going over there and this gets stuck, this is how you have to do it. You have to whittle it in. So I have my thing, you have your thing, and I'm doing it with you. That way I can see and I can understand it better. Some people learn by writing, some people learn by talking, some people are kinetic, which means they're hands on, some people are visual. That means they have to see what you're doing so they can understand what you're telling them to do. Okay? Don't be thinking everybody think like you and do what you do, baby. It's not always like that. All right? What matters is that they're doing it and they're trying. Okay? I can respect anybody that actually tries. I'm not expecting you to be perfect. I'm just expecting you to put effort into it. That's all I ever ask. You know what I mean? I know I ask for a lot of shit, and I ask you guys to be happy and to do things that make sense for you because I don't think y'all deserve to be stressed out all the time. But, like, if you're not trying, you out here wasting time, then what good are you? Like, I'm being honest. I'm gonna sound like an asshole. I am, because, like, what good are you if you're not gonna try your best? If you're just out here playing stupid games and seeing how long we can get before you get stupid prizes, you know what I mean? Because some of us ain't patient. I'm not patient with stupid people. It's not out of the fact that you just don't understand. It's just out of laziness. Like, you out here giving everybody the hope that you can actually do the things that you said that you can do, and you have no reason to be doing it. You got no business in it. You know what I mean? So, really, okay. You want to be stupid? Get stupid prizes. See how smart you feel after that, man. Shit. So, yeah, like I was saying, for January, right? Teamwork is the dream work. Make sure again for January, February, and March, the 3 months of 2026. Use your energy, time, and effort wisely. Make sure you're with people that can understand and communicate, as well as plan and prepare. You don't have to do everything by yourself, baby. You need the A team. It's going to teach you that you can plan and prepare and still work well with others that can get your goals met, right? Okay. April, May, and June is all about unreliability and taking risk with the Joker of Clovers, all right? That card as a whole is all about being impulsive, okay? I do what I want without thinking. I do without thought. I jump into it without thinking about what's on the bottom of the thing, just not really planning things ahead. So the reason why I like when it says this, the reason why we have unreliability and taking risk is because of unreliability and taking risk. Duh. You guys didn't know that? I'm so shocked. I'm busting your chops, I'm busting your chops. I'm teasing you guys. But yeah. So what's gonna help us with this is spiritual growth. Again, like I said in part one, balancing your shadow and your light, okay? You have to be able to understand that when like, okay, you guys remember saying, or have you ever heard that we bury our insecurities deep, deep down, right? You just, all the things that you don't like, before they get to the surface, you just bury it deep, deep down inside. Yeah, it does get buried deep down inside. It gets buried closer and where your inner child is, which is where your pelvis is, okay? Your hips and your pelvis, yeah, that's where your inner child, your lower self, and your shadow self is. Your sternum and your chest or torso is around your middle self. Think of your middle self as a 19-year-old through 25, okay? Kind of like the young adults that communicates with the inner kid and the higher self. The higher self is just right above your forehead. It's not here. It's nowhere on your head. It's right above it, okay? This is your elder self. Think about the wise, the mage, the sage, okay? The higher divine power of you. That's what that person is. And this one sees infinite wisdoms, connected to the spiritual, has great instincts, sees things way ahead of time, right? Right. And that's great. But in order for them to communicate with each other, they work on the middle self. So the higher self says, yo, bro, this, and this. Then the middle self gets that information and be like, yo, bro, here, here, and here. Okay. So while we're focusing on shadow work, let's get to that. What is it? What is shadow work was all about? Shadow work is about focusing on your insecurities and working past it. Everybody wants to be perfect. Everybody wants to be God sent and pure. Well, it's beautiful in thought, but we're not divine. Somebody may come after me for that. They'll be like, of course I'm divine. I'm the divinest of the divine. Yeah, that's cute. But let's be real, right? Let's really talk about it. Because you're not meant to be perfect. Again, like I said in part one, I'm a Virgo, right? I know I said this for like, I think the introduction, like sometimes I go with my other signs in my birth chart and it helped, right? But like, I'm a Virgo. We are the queens, kings, and royals in betweens of perfects, right? We're the perfectionists. Everything has its place and every place has a thing, and this is how it's supposed to be, and da 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 da, right? All Virgos know that there's nothing perfect in the world, but there's a perfect way to get things done in a certain way, right? There's structure and foundation and integrity. My point is you're going to kill yourself trying to be perfect without accepting the fact that you are flawed. You are flawed. I am flawed. I'm not perfect. I got a lot of problems, and I do my fucking best to grow and evolve and adapt and be peace with my imperfections and to do what I can. There's some things I am not going to be really great about, and there's some things that I am short of, okay? I'm short here so I can understand that when I'm feeling this way, how to deal with it in a better my imperfections and embracing my flaws. I'm not killing myself to uphold an impossible image. Perfection itself is a lie. It's a lie. And even with AI, it's a lie. There will always be the next, more bigger, more higher things, right? Like there's going to be more of a bigger and better update. There's always going to be the next brand new thing. There's always going to be the most fastest and the most smartest of technologies and things. And it'll get more and more and more and more and more until it can't do it anymore. So, people, we are imperfect organically. And technology is imperfect in its own way because updates and things will come again and again over and over. The next best thing, the newest and the brightest, right? Is a constant cycle of trying to outdo what the other people are doing and to always upgrade and update to the best and the brightest versions. It's an impossible thing to hold. It's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to be. In order for you to be okay and happy that way, right? You have to be. You have to embrace your shadow. You have to. You have to be able to understand that I'm short over here and I can work and do better. I don't really have a good strength here. This is where it's coming from. This is how I handle it. Okay? Your shadow has wisdom, power, and grace. And if you really harness it and make peace with it and evolve with it and understand that that version of your shadow self is not a demon, is not an evil entity. It is a version of yourself. That's right, it's you. You are against you all the time. That's the plot twist in spiritual growth and healing. You're against you all the time. This is a version of you that you have rejected and refused to acknowledge. And when you're feeling ignored and rejected and put on the side, you're going to feel some type of way about it, don't you think? Don't you think you're going to be a little upset, a little hurt, a lot of anger in there, right? Yeah, you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to meet that resistance that you've been pushing on for so long with love, understanding, and acceptance. and you're going to have to feel all those feelings. Just as much as your light is your goodness and your grace, they, okay? Fusing the light and the shadow and the light will give you a lot of power within yourself because you embrace all versions of yourself and it gives you strength. All right. Satisfaction is all about making good memories and being mindful and happy. Now, the end of this is all about dysfunctional energy. Make sure you pace yourself, okay? Organization is going to be a must. You can't just run on dysfunctional energy and like the method to the madness, okay? Because energy and disorganization is what it is. Energy, disorganization. As a whole, the Queen of Clovers is all about dysfunctional energy. Energy that makes no sense. It is uncomfortable, it is wild and unpredictable, and it is raw. Okay? Untamed, unbothered, just wild. And it can be overwhelming to handle. So you going over there and being like, oh, you know what? I don't really have to pay attention to this. I can just ignore it. I can try new things and not try to understand what I'm getting into. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Don't do that. Understand where the craziness is coming from and how to handle it a lot better. If you're ignoring things that are stressful, why? Why haven't you asked for help? The first 3 months of 2026 taught you guys about teamwork, right? Now we're on the next 3 months. April meant you asked for help. Why haven't you used a team? Why haven't you gone over there and expressed the fact that this is too much and managing your time? The end of the month for January, February, and March, right? All about planning and preparing. You're learning the planning and preparing to make sure that you're not overwhelmed with April, May, and June. Being impulsive, learning how to balance yourself, running on dysfunctional energy. If you balance yourself and you understand what you can do on your own and what you need a little help on, you can be able to organize your energy a lot better, which means you're not going to be running on being impulsive or trying to please unbearable people. If you are not going to be reliable to me, I'm not going to be reliable to you. We're out here in 2026 matching energies. Now, some people are going to call you Pisces. Oh, you're petty. I miss the old you. Guess what? The old you died. All right? And I know I'm sounding a bit aggressive, and I know that I'm sounding like an ass, okay? Don't think that I'm trying to be a dick. I'm just saying that as each year passes by, each month comes and goes, you're changing constantly. The person I was in 2023 is not the person I am right now. The person that came in 2025 had their own morals and character codes that got completely shattered, broken, and disarmed. And now the things that I used to hold tight to changed. The old me doesn't exist anymore. I'm a new woman, I'm a new person. And sometimes you have to be okay with that. Life is going to go over there and cause you a lot of waves. Some of them you're going to be able to surf that turf real nice. It's going to be gravy baby. And some of them are going to wipe you guys out and you're going to have to try again on the same wave. You're going to have to practice till you get better surfing that turf, right? So, again, by finding your balance within yourself and learning how to make your own happiness and being mindful and things of that nature, you're going to be able to grow a lot better. Okay. But you got to be able to organize your energy. You got to be able to understand who is worth your time and who isn't. If they're not worth your time, then they could go. You can kick them out. Okay. All right. Let me just make sure that I have the right deck. Oh, it is. Huh. Y'all have no idea. I mix these things so much that I'm terrified to death I'm going to do it again. It's a real pain in the ass. Let's see. Okay. Now, let's get into July, August, and September, all about failure to communicate. We clearly not communicating with people who are worth less of our time. Like, if you're not worth my time, you're not going to put energy and effort into it. Don't come for me. Don't go over there and give me heads up and be like, hey, bro, what's up? Nah, bro, nah. I'm not going to be put in a situation where I do all the work. All of it. If that is the case, I'm going to be honest with y'all. If y'all are stuck doing all the work, there's nobody helping you out, and you're with people, and you're doing all of it, what good are they? What are you good for? It's okay to go around and really tell people that, like, are you even worth my time? Hold on, guys. Mirror. Sorry, I was text messaging. The camera's like so far away, so I have to I have to turn over and be like, yeah. And I sometimes text with my mouth open, so the more we know each other, right? Okay. Anyways, the reason why we're doing failure to communicate for July, August, and September is all about stinginess and possessiveness, all right? So, what does that mean? Stinginess and possessiveness is a cute word for controlling and greedy. So, we are going to be very greedy and controlling about who you spend your time with, who is worth being around, who deserves your time, who is good for your energy, who needs your effort. Because whatever you're giving out, Pisces, you got to be able to get it back. You feel me? You can't just go there and be like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give and give and give and give. Baby, no. Not like, okay, I have met like quite a few Pisces, and all the Pisces I've met so far are motherfucking givers. Y'all are the most sweetest. You guys are the most sweetest, down to earth, kindest people I've ever fucking met. I really do respect Pisces. I do. You guys are hardworking. You guys are reliable. You're dependable. You're loyal. You're kind. You give your all. But because you guys have all these good attributes, right? All these good characteristics, some people gonna be asses and try to take advantage of you. They're going to take advantage of your kind and giving nature. And then when you're tired of giving and being kind and being the reliable one, right? And all that turns into like, fuck you, fuck them, fuck this. Now you're the enemy. Oh my God, Pisces is so mean. I can't believe they're two-faced. Bitch, you're not two-faced. You're tired. You're tired. That's all. You're tired of the bullshit. You have every right to be tired, baby. But if you're going to be a giver, you got to have boundaries. Okay, you have to have limitations on how much you give. Giver to giver, okay? Because when I was a lot younger, I'm 30 right now. I'm not ashamed of my age. I've been fucking waiting to be 30 because I know my 30s are gonna be fucking amazing. Shit's gonna be fucking insane. And in a good way, right? All those lessons in my 20s finally fucking paid off. Holla fucking booyah, alright? But like I was saying, if you do not have any type of limits, boundaries, or how much you can give out, and you are a giver, takers are going to overtake. And when you have nothing left to give, and you're out and you're empty, you're going to be mad at the people for taking advantage of your giving nature, and you're going to be mad at yourself. Now, whether you admit to be mad at yourself or not, that's up to you. But you are going to be upset with yourself. Why? Because you overgave. I overgave. I overdid. I did it all. They didn't give anything back. I trusted them. I wasted my time. Did it, right? Because I know that I've been angry at myself for a long ass time for just overgiving. And I overgave a lot. If I had had limits on what I was giving out, I would be able to fill myself up with the things that I want for myself and be able to be okay with others. But no, I gave everything and all things to other people, to other situations, and to other things. And I'm still kind of upset about that. And it's happened fucking years ago. You know what I mean? I don't want you guys to have that kind of feeling where you think back about it and you be like, you know what? Had I not done this, this is what I've been. There is some regret and there is some resentment to go in with that regret. Like, how could they not know that I couldn't be doing all this? Some people just assume that because you're a giver, you like giving and it doesn't bother you. And some people feel like they can take advantage of it because they may know that it's kind of bothering you, but they just don't care. The people who don't know, tell them. Tell everybody, like, yo, because if you're my real people, right? You're my family, you're my friend, you're somebody that genuinely loves and respects me. When I say I can't do something, you will be okay with it. You are not going to try to guilt me and make me feel bad and whatever because of this thing. You will be like, yo, bro, Nyx can't be doing this thing. She really has her limits, man. She can only do this much for me. Because if I ask a little bit too much, then I'm kind of, I'm draining her. I don't want to do that. She doesn't drain me. We respect one another, right? The way that you respect and hear me out, I have to respect and hear you out. Pisces have limitations. You fill up everybody's cup, baby. Don't forget to fill up your own cup first. Fill yourself up, take care of yourself, and then be able to take care of others. Because if you're not taking care of yourself right, baby, right? You won't fuck yourself up. It ain't worth it. Those odds are too high. That stake is too high to go over there and gamble with your energy, your time, your effort. Because if you're drained, it affects you mentally. You get all these negative thoughts. Your heart is not feeling confident enough. Your body is taking in the stress. And your spirit is so fucking low on energy because it's drained. Drained out. Okay? You're going to be greedy and your money, you're going to be greedy with people, you're going to be greedy with your things, and you're going to be greedy with your time. Who deserves to be around you? That's who I talk to. Not everybody deserves to know your game plan. When you get rid of toxic and fake ass people, believe and receive, abundance will come. Because these fake people have been praying against you because they know your plans. Now they don't know your plans. They can't go over there and pray against Pisces. Why? Because they don't know what Pisces up to. They're blocked. Okay? Some people are like a dam. Your blessing is an overflowing water, and it needs to be past this dam. As you remove the fake people, you let that dam flow free. Not everybody deserves to be talked to you, okay? Now, new ideas. We're finding new ideas to make sure we focus our time, energy, and effort in a wise way. And we're also figuring out how to handle our stress. Much like the Nine of Spades being nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt, right? Being really stressed out and just kind of like, oh my God, I feel kind of bad. I don't really want to do this, but I kind of have to do this, right? Yeah, this is like that, but on steroids. This is whenever you're putting yourself into too many places, too much at the same time. Okay, you're stretching yourself for school, you're stretching yourself for work, you're stretching yourself for your relationship, you're stretching yourself for your kids, you're stretching yourself for the community. You're going all these ways, and it's too much. You're overwhelmed, bombarded, and weighed down. That's what that is. Carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt. Being overwhelmed by carrying too much things and not taking time to break them. Remember, 2026 gave you the lesson of teamwork. You can use teamwork to help you lessen the load that you're carrying. You can come up with new ideas to handle this stress a lot better. You can come up with new ideas by using your time, energy, and effort by being greedy, right? You have the right. You have the right to be greedy with who you hang out with, who you give your time to, who is allowed in your circle. The older I get, the more I'm very picky about who I hang out with. Granted, I'm nice to everybody because everybody deserves to be respected. right? But don't come over to me and think that I'm stupid enough to buy into the bullshit. I may play dumb, but I'm very smart. Okay? It's kind of like this. Some people are jokers and some people are fools, all right? Both of them are considered to be ignorant and dumb, unintelligent and unsmart. But some people play the joker. Some people play the fool. The fool is somebody that you would not believe has a brain. They're not intelligent, they're not clever, they always do dumb things, they always are so gunnable and believable and things of that nature, right? They believe whatever you say. Some people play the fool. They know what you're doing and they're smarter than they think, but they play the fool. Now let's go for the Joker, right? And for cuteness sake, let's go for the Batman Joker. Genius. Very good at being creative, has a lot of deep thoughts, and can be very maniacal and trick, right? They have a lot of tricks up their sleeve. They're not somebody that you can pinpoint. Some people play smart, but they're not as intelligent as they believe to be. Sometimes their arrogance and their I guess being more self-absorbed or believing that they can do it all, right? They don't need anybody, puts them in a very silly predicament where you're easy to be controlled. You're easy to be controlled because all we have to do is play on your ego. So some people are jokers and some people are fools. Some people pretend to be stupid, like the fool, but some people are like jokers. They may appear to be smart, but they're actually very ignorant. Joker fans are going to come after me. I have nothing against the Joker. Me personally, I like them. But I'm using this as like an example. And I think you guys would call it like a metaphor, right? I do a lot of that. I do a lot of analogy um, and things of that nature. Hopefully, I use that word right. But yeah, just because somebody plays stupid doesn't mean that they are. And just because somebody appears to be smart doesn't mean that they're entirely wise. So when I'm coming up with new ideas and things of that nature for your July, August, and September, right? What I'm telling you is come up with new ways to make sure that you're not out here wasting your time, energy, and effort on people who are not going to give you anything back. Pisces, y'all are natural givers. Okay. Now I'm sure that there's some Pisces going to listen to this and be like, bro, I used to be a giver. Fuck that. Right? I take what I take. I am what I am. Yeah. Yeah. You have to have a limit on that too. You have to be able to stick with people that are healthy for you to be around. Whatever I give out, I get back. Okay? Work on less stress and work on making sure you're with people that are not trying to control you and be bad for you, that are healthy for you to be around. You don't have to communicate with every single person that meets, but make sure that if you do make a good connection, right, that you are able to have something healthy. It's a good connection because I give what you give and you give what I give, and we're building each other up. Fucking bones hurt, man. Fucking cries. Okay. For the last 3 months of 2026, it's all about loss of opportunity, okay? Loss of position, loss of job, loss of money, loss of home, loss of relationships, loss of opportunity. I read this more of like loss of old opportunities, okay? We're getting rid of old things so we can have new things come on in. This is going to require you guys to be very open and honest and vulnerable with yourself, okay, Pisces? What do you want? How do you want it? How to go about it. All right? While we are being open and honest with ourselves, we are allowing ourselves to achieve our goals and have rest from action. Because while you guys have been going through January through December and all that, you guys have also been working on saving your money. putting things on the side, being very smart with how you go about stuff, okay? Not going around wasting your time with different things, not going over there and spending your money on stuff that doesn't need to be spent on, but saving. The Four of Clovers is all about retirement, okay? I have money coming in, but I'm able to take a break and work whenever I want. I have all my goals met, and I'm being able to take a rest and just relax. Now, the outcome for that is all about competition and disagreement, which you're going to get into after we're done talking about your problems. Competition and disagreement is how you solve a lot of your problems. Competition is supposed to be a fun game, okay? You're supposed to use your goals and things like this. I'm going to compete with myself on hopefully by the end of 2026 to have 250 subscribers. I give grace, gratitude, and thanks for all of you guys that have subscribed to me. Thank you for the 71. Like, can you imagine within a year I got that much? I really didn't think I was going to get that much, but I did. I appreciate it, right? And we have like 976 videos, counting these ones that I've been doing, right? Okay, that's a lot. That is something that's really cool. What I was hoping to get, if I was being cute, was 500 subscribers. What I thought I was going to get was like 35. So clearly I almost got double that amount, right? Okay. That means the next year, which is 2026, I'm going to build it up a little bit. That means my goal is going to be from 250 to 150 subscribers, right? And then hopefully I'll get 500 subscribers as the business continues and what. Okay? All right. I start off small and I'm building it up. Just like you're going to start small on the things that you want. You want these new opportunities. Okay. What do you want? How are you going to go about it? I want my business to grow. How am I going to go about it? By putting effort, energy, and time into it. All right. How about new ideas and projects that I have on the side that I've been hoping for next year to have? Which, again, a lot of new things are coming. A lot of things I'm going to be doing on YouTube that are not going to be available for TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Because, again, I'm building my stuff, right? All right. So, while I'm doing these projects, because you're organizing yourself, you're putting your energy in stuff that is wise. You're not over there exerting yourself, tiring yourself out, overwhelming yourself, right? And you're using competition as a game. It's just a fun game, baby. It's supposed to be something that engages you and allows you to have fun while you're building yourself up, okay? All right. So that is for December, October, and November. Dia's grace. I swear, man. I know that it's this card deck that's the right one, but it doesn't hurt to always check. Y'all don't understand. I mix these cards so damn much, man. Oh, shit. All right. So let's get into why family contentment and joy is your problem. Like, sorry. Why is this something that you're going to be struggling with? Family should be support, okay? Your support team. Joy should be peace of mind and happiness. Contentment, again, peace of mind. You are at peace. There's nothing stressing you out. Why is that your problem? I think y'all have some fake ass people that you need to cut off. That's what I think. I think some people need to get shot. Not physically, you know what I mean? But like, yeah. All right. What is the cause of this? Creativity and charisma, tapping into your charms, getting into your elements, and having creative ways to solve a problem. King of Clovers. Right? Creativity and charisma. What's going to help you guys with that? Failure to communicate. Know who to talk to and know who not to talk to. Mm, I'll allow it. New connections, romance, and friendship. So, if family contentment and joy is your problem, y'all should try to be with people that are good for you. Okay? Again, communication is fucking key. You need to be able to communicate with people who can communicate with you, who give you what you give out. Okay? I want you to think of yourselves as a phone or as like when you wake up in the morning, right? Hopefully you guys are well rested. That means you're 100% charged. Sometimes you're a little bit tired, so we're like at 80 or 70%, right? And whatever time or energy that we only have that much percentage. So let's be cute and say that you had a really rough day at work. You woke up at 100%. Work really took a lot out of you. Things weren't necessarily your way. You come home and you're like at 65%. That means I can either give you all 65 or I can give you like 30%, okay? And have like 35 for me, okay? And out of that 30%, you have to bring in the 70. Now let's switch it around. I had a great day at work. Everything is going good. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm at 80%. So I can give you 40%. You see how I try to give you guys half, right? Because if I give you all that effort and this person only has 30% to give me, I balance it out. So if my friend only has 30% and I have 80%, I'm giving you 50. That means I'm giving you 80 total, right? That means I have 30 or so for myself. Or I give you 40 and we have 40 to like, you know, 70. Know what you can give for them and for you. How much do you need and what's left of that you can give to other people? A lot of times we overgive and give everything and we forget that we're people too and we only have so much to give. You know what I mean? So yeah, tap into your elements so that way you can connect with people who are supporting you. Family doesn't have to be blood related, okay? A lot of people gonna come after me for that. Of course it is. Listen, I have a lot of blood related family that I have kicked out of my life. Why? Because they're two-faced and fake. Did I want to do it? No. Am I sad that it kind of happened that way? Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, shit happens, life goes on. I gave them numerous chances. And at the end of the day, they decided to do it. So I decided to cut them off. Now I have enough time and energy for me, and I can give energy to those who are worth my fucking time. I have a lot of people I consider family, and they're not even blood related. They're just regular people who I respect and like and wish for the best to happen to them, right? Again, being creative and charismatic, you're going to be able to connect with people because they're going to be attracted to your charm. By learning how to balance your time, energy, and effort a lot wiser, you'll be able to go over and be like, okay, I'm connecting with this person who are energy vampires, people who just want me because I make them feel good and not really put any effort for myself, right? And who are actually here that match me, right? I'm giving, they're giving. I'm receiving, they're receiving. The vibe just goes with the tribe. Like these are healthy, honest, authentic people that are good for me to be around, and that is what I want. Okay? All right. Creativity. How do I solve a problem? One problem doesn't always have one solution. Many solutions can solve a problem. One solution can solve many problems. When you think of it that way, you're able to overcome a lot. Who is worth my communication? Who is generally there for me? Who puts effort? Who communicates with me freely? Who makes me feel safe and happy and content? Okay. And what kind of new connections can I make that are healthy for me to do? That's going to help you guys a lot. Okay. I'm going to trust that this is the right deck. So let's get into competition, right, baby? Competition and disagreement is going to help you with that. So by lifting yourself up and trying new things and competing a little bit by a little bit, you can be able to reach new goals. Okay? So what's the cause of it? What is the cause Romance, childishness, and irresponsibility, being carefree. All right. I feel like this is one of those things like I want to be like I feel like for you guys, right? You are balancing between fucking it and just doing whatever you want without thinking and then just kind of like, you know what? This is what I want and this is how I should go about it. Some of you guys are struggling with that. Some of you are like, man, I just want to enjoy my life, but at the same time, do I deserve to enjoy my life? I mean, there's so much in the, you have to have fun, but at the same time, you got to balance your work. Okay? I cannot wait to teach you guys how to send back bad energy to those who are fucking with you. Because next year, we're learning how to do that. We're doing it. Because I think I'm at that point. Back in the day, I'd be like, no, we can't be sending back to sender. Fuck that. Some people deserve it. All right. Anyways, let's get into it. So, again, romance, childishness, and irresponsibility is what's causing you guys to have competition and disagreement. Remember, competition is always and will be a fun game. That's what it is. You have a game that you compete with other people to get a prize. Sometimes we're competing with ourselves. Sometimes you're competing with other people, okay? It's fine. Just make sure that you're having fun with it and you're not overdoing it. Again, deep attraction, which is again passion, things that you like, things that you want to do, things that draw your interest in, is going to help you with being carefree. By competing with things that you like to do and having fun with it, it will help you get it a lot better. Now, planning and preparing, make sure that you organize yourself before you try to get into bigger and better competitions. Start small, build up. Okay? All right. Now, the theme for 2026 for my Pisces, baby, whether you're born under the sign, whether you have it in your birth chart, whether you know somebody who's a Pisces and you're wondering maybe this is them, or you just have a Pisces spirit, okay? Hard work and reliability is the theme for 2026. So, what's the cause of that? Romance, childishness, and irresponsibility, being carefree. So, having fun. Loss of opportunities is going to help you let loose. Let go of old things that no longer work for you so you can enjoy the new things on the way. Okay? What's the outcome? Teamwork. You can be hardworking and reliable, but you don't have to do everything on your own. You can still have people to lift you up, all right? Okay, so let's just summarize the whole reading for you guys. Pisces, tap into your charisma. The King of Clovers popped up like 8 or 7 times on top of being carefree. So, yes, it's important for you guys to work hard, but also have fun. Make sure you're connecting with people that admire you and that are healthy for you to be around. If you feel drained, overwhelmed, exhausted with certain people, and you don't know why, it is your body telling you that they're not comfortable being around them. The right people are never going to be like, here's the thing, right? The right people just make you feel at peace. They make you feel at peace. Now, you may not know them, but when you're around them, everything is okay. You don't have to try to be something you're not. You don't have to kill yourself for the image and all that jazz. It's just nice and relaxing and calm. Okay? They make you feel at ease. That is the right people. That comes in relationship as well. If you feel relaxed and calm and easy, no butterflies in your stomach, no fluttering heartbeats, no sweaty palms. The butterfly in your stomach is a warning. It is not a sign of love. It is anxiety and nervousness. The person you're supposed to be with, the people you're supposed to hang out with, make you feel calm. Everybody got their problems. Don't be thinking you're going to get the right person, the perfect thing. That don't exist, right? But they're effortless. You don't have to kill yourself for them because when you're with them, everything is just easy. You learn from them, they learn from you. It's an easy, healthy connection. Make sure that you're focusing on your mental health and your emotional well being. Make sure you're connecting with authentic and real people and communicate with those who give effort and who are easy to communicate with. Don't kill yourself for unpleasable people. Make sure that you use competition as a game. Make sure you connect with people who are going to support you. It is okay to be independent and also have a team. Do things that you like, right? That's your summary for 2026. Next up, we will be doing the Spanish readings and things of that nature. Spanish water, earth, air, fire signs, and much more. Okay? All right. Again, if you guys like what I do, please follow and subscribe. You can mute notifications and still get information when I'm posting new things. Because again, there's a lot of things I'm posting on my YouTube that I don't do on my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Like TikTok doesn't have access to the year readings like I just did for YouTube, right? Facebook hasn't gotten theirs yet, and it will, but the lighting is a little bit funky for them. And Instagram, I'm not able to do lives. The longest reel I can do is 20 minutes. And as you guys can see, year readings take a longer time than that, right? Right. Okay, well, thanks again for the following and subscribing. Thanks for the love and support. If you are again interested in a year reading, past, present, or future, it is 25K Uganda shillings through Airtel, MTN, or mobile money, as well as $20 with PayPal and Zelle. I have PayPal, Zelle, and Airtel. These are my three forms of payment. That is where it's happening. This offer lasts till January 9th of 2026. So take advantage while it's still there. All right, peace out, guys. Bye.